This has got to be the weirdest bug I've ever seen. I'm just holding a piece of glass, and it's making me invisible. It makes me look like I have a potion of invisibility, but we don't. We haven't even started the episode yet. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Bedrock Guide. We are running around at night on purpose. We are not going to sleep for 3 nights because I need some of these phantoms to start spawning. We are on the hunt for phantoms, we're on the hunt for some rabbits, we're on the hunt for some turtles, and we're also on the hunt for some pufferfish. There's a few things that we need today, and those are 4 of them. But what we are doing today is we are working on potions. We're going to be talking all about potions and how to brew them, what they do, which ones you might need for different circumstances, things like that. So our basic goals for today are to set up a brewing station. We need to craft one first, which we will do when we get back to the house. Our second goal is to talk about potions. And last but not least, probably the most important thing that we need to do today, because I have such an affinity for lava and fire, we need to craft up some fire resistance potions. So we're gonna swim around for a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can find some pufferfish anywhere nearby. And if we can, we're gonna take a few home with us. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Hey, buddy. I think 4 pufferfish will do it. Now let's go looking for some turtles. Ooh, or these guys. Come here, rabbits. What a terrible sound. Well, we got 1 rabbit's foot. Ooh, turtles, 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 turtles. Right there. So sorry. So sorry about this. That's not what we want. Still nothing. Well, I didn't find any more turtles after that last run there, and we didn't get any phantoms either. So we're gonna go without a few things, and there's a couple things that we wouldn't have been able to get anyway in this episode. For instance, Dragon's Breath, because we have not gone to the end or fought the dragon yet. But I'm ready to get going. We're gonna start talking about potions, but let's get started by crafting up a brewing stand. I've got a few brewing stands that we did find when we went adventuring into some different villages, but we're gonna go ahead and craft one up anyway, just so I can show you how to do it. You just need 1, 2, 3 pieces of cobblestone and 1 blaze rod, and that's it. Super simple. And then we'll kind of do what we did over here, and we'll make a little workstation. I'm thinking maybe here, and I think that should be fine. I do want to leave this open because there is an infinite water source back here that I want access to, but I've also brought some glass along with me because I want to show you how to craft up water bottles. You do need to place glass in a little triangle upside down just like that, and you will get 3 water bottles from 3 pieces of glass. So we're just going to craft a bunch of these up, and as you can see, all we got to do is go over here to our infinite water source anywhere underneath this little crack in the wall. It does not work on waterlogged stairs. It does nothing, but we do have a full water source block behind this wall, and we can just go ahead and click, and it will give us a water bottle, and we can drink this water bottle, but it does absolutely nothing until you put them in a potion brewing stand and start mixing in some ingredients. And we've got our potion brewing stand that we can put down right here. And just like anything else, a stone cutter, a grindstone, a crafting table, a chest, if you right click on it, it's going to take you into an interface that looks just like this. There are multiple slots in here. This top left one right here is the fuel source that allows the brewing stand to operate. Then this other top slot right here is the ingredient that goes into the water bottles that we just created. And between those 3 things, you have a functional brewing stand. A lot of people get intimidated by potion brewing because there are a ton of different combinations, but once you understand the basics, it's really not that complicated. If we look in this chest right here, this chest is filled with base ingredients, aside from these water bottles, and we'll talk about each one. The first base ingredient is actually the most important. This is nether wart. You can only find it in the nether, and it grows on soul sand. And when you take nether wart and a water bottle and place it in the brewing stand, let's just go ahead and put that there for example, and that there for example. It's not going to do anything yet because we don't have any blaze powder in here. That is the fuel source. This will brew into an awkward potion. The awkward potion is the only potion in the game that allows you to add effects to it. So you can see why nether wart is actually a pretty important resource to have when it comes to potion brewing. So we're actually going to go ahead and grow some of this because we need a lot more And I just so happen to have a room here that I've dug out and created, and it makes it look like it's kind of overgrown and overrun with nether. Because this is a nether resource, we're just gonna go ahead and dig out this little section right here and put down our soul sand so we can start growing some nether wart on the side while we're working on some potion brewing. Planting nether wart is just like any other plant or crop in the game. All you gotta do is go to the soul sand and right click, and eventually this stuff will grow into fully grown nether wart. And when you mine it, you have a chance to get multiple pieces of nether wart in return, so you can replant and then go use some of this for potion brewing. You might notice that we've got some different colored lanterns in here. These are the standard lanterns, and these are soul lanterns. They actually don't put out as much light as regular lanterns, but they look very cool and very atmospheric. So we decided to put a few in here, and I think this room looks pretty good. While some of that nether wart is growing in the background, let's go ahead and talk for a minute about some of these other base ingredients. First, we have redstone. You have seen this. We did build with redstone in the last episode. If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out. But if you use this as a base ingredient, the redstone piece will create a mundane potion, which does absolutely nothing. Why? Why would you do this? We'll come back to this later because redstone does actually serve a good purpose, just not as a base ingredient. Then we've got spider eyes here. This actually does not do anything just yet. We need a couple other ingredients, which I do believe I have. I'm gonna have to go check, to create a fermented spider eye, which does craft a potion of weakness. Gunpowder will create a splash bottle of water, which again, why would you do this? And then glowstone. This creates a thick potion, and just like the mundane potion, it does nothing. And actually, you have to use glowstone dust, not glowstone pieces. We'll take care of that here in a minute. So that's it for the base ingredients. Let me take care of the glowstone, and we'll get a few fermented spider eyes because we will use these for a couple of potion effects, just not as base ingredients. They will be used for things called modifiers or corrupting effects. I take it back. We found some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phantoms. Can we get a phantom membrane out of one of these dudes? Hey, don't go back up there. Come back down here. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Can we get any of these guys before they go back up in the air? That's what I want to know. Okay, come here. Oh, I've lost count. I have no idea how many are up there. Is this normal? We do need to just kind of wait it out. And as soon as the sun comes up, these guys are toast. And maybe one of them will drop a phantom membrane. Okay, buddy, you're next. Oh, we got him. Oh yeah, we did. Let's go sleep. We're out of here. Bye. Look at him go. And then we can go in here and take our sugar, our brown mushrooms, and our spider eyes and craft a fermented spider eye. To get started, we are going to brew up one of the 3 basic potion types. This is probably the most common, and it is a potion that you drink in order to get the status effect. So we've got our blaze powder in here in reserves, and we've got some blaze powder right here in the fuel bar all ready to go. This should last us a good little while here, but we've got plenty to replace it with just in case. And then we'll take our water bottles and put them right here. And this is armed and ready to roll. All we need to do is drop a nether wart in the ingredient slot right here, and it is going to brew up 3 awkward potions for us. You can see the little arrow going down there. Once the arrow is completely filled up, that means that potion is ready to go. You might not notice anything different yet, but if you hover over the bottles, you now have awkward potions instead of water bottles. I'm gonna take one of these out, and we're gonna drink it. Nothing happens. It may as well just be a bottle of water, but this is primed and ready to go for an actual potion to be brewed. Let me go ahead and fill this back up, and we'll get 3 fresh awkward potions ready to roll. In this next part of the video, we're going to kind of do a quick rapid fire through some of the basic potion effects and some of the ingredients to get you there. If we go into our potion brewing stand, we've got 3 awkward potions ready to go. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and take these out so that we don't have to brew as many. I only really want to get 1 potion of each type, but just know that you can brew up to 3 on 1 ingredient, and you're kind of wasting ingredients if you don't do it that way. I am just doing it this way for demonstration purposes. So the first one, we're gonna take sugar, and if we brew our sugar up with an awkward potion, we are going to get a speed potion. The name speaks for itself. You're gonna get speed. It will allow you to run much faster than you would normally. And it's actually called Potion of Swiftness. So we've got our Potion of Swiftness here, and we'll throw that in the hotbar, and we'll actually demonstrate some of these potions a little bit later. And then we can go ahead and take our Awkward Potion here and put in a Rabbit's Foot. And you'd think that a rabbit's foot would give you speed because rabbits are fast, but you know, the rabbits are also hoppy, so they will give you a jump boost. And so with our rabbit's foot and awkward potion combined, we will get a potion of leaping. And if you look at both of these potions, you can see that they apply for 3 minutes. Another awkward potion we'll throw in, and we'll take a spider eye. And a spider eye, when combined with an awkward potion, this again is a standard spider eye. It is not one of our fermented spider eyes. They do something totally different. A standard spider eye combined with an awkward potion will give you a potion of poison for 45 seconds. Don't drink that. It's not good for you. Next, if we take a pufferfish and toss it in the brewing stand and combine it with the awkward potion, we will get a potion of water breathing that will allow us to breathe underwater. Now, I do have respiration 3 on my helmet here, which all of these need repaired. This is getting pretty damaged. But respiration 3 allows us to hold our breath longer underwater without having to come up for air. But this potion will actually allow us to breathe underwater for 3 minutes. We will not have to come up for air for 3 minutes. We won't take any damage. It's very, very cool. Then if we take some magma cream, we will toss that in here. And this is the potion that is going to be the thing that I need the most. A potion of fire resistance will allow you to step through flames and lava and take no damage. You do not catch on fire. You're completely resistant to it. And it is something that should have saved my life many, many times, but I never have them on me. We're gonna change that. Then if we take an awkward potion and combine it with a golden carrot, we will get night vision. This will allow us to see in the dark. You know, carrots, they help your vision in real life. So why wouldn't you get night vision in Minecraft with a golden carrot? It just makes sense. Blaze powder is not just a fuel for the brewing stand, it is also an active ingredient. If we toss that in the brewing stand, it is going to make us so much stronger that we can go take on mobs with our melee weapon, and it will defeat them a lot easier. A good application for something like a potion of strength would be to use it against a dragon fight or a wither fight. Same goes for things like potions of swiftness. It's not a bad idea to take those along for boss fights as well. Help you to run around faster, avoid some of the attacks that are getting thrown your way. And then if you're gonna go into the ocean monuments, water breathing and night vision are great to have as well, because you will be able to breathe underwater in those ocean monuments, and you'll be able to see much clearer underneath the water. So there's a lot of different options for these types of potions. Moving on to the next, if we take a ghast tier and throw it in the ingredient slot, we are going to get a potion of regeneration. A potion of regeneration will allow your health to regenerate over time. So if you drink this while you're damaged, it will increase your hearts a lot faster, and even if you do not have your full hunger bar, you will still regenerate your health for a duration of 45 seconds. Then we can take a glycering melon, which is a melon combined with gold nuggets, toss that in there, and we will get instant health. This is different than potions of regeneration. This will not give you health over time, it will give you instant health. So if you're in a pinch, drink this really quick and it will bring your hearts back up, hopefully enough to survive whatever onslaught you are facing. The last ingredient that we have available to us right now is the phantom membrane. And so if we take that and toss it into the ingredient spot right there, we are going to get a potion of slow falling. This is also great in things like the dragon fight, or just in general. If you're going to be going around in really high places, this will allow you to kind of float down to the ground and land softly. So you'll have this status effect for a minute and a half. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any more turtles to get a turtle shell, but just in case you want to know what that does, if you put a turtle shell in the ingredient spot, you are going to get slowness and resistance. That's it for the basic effects. Now let's talk about some of the modifiers. The first modifier is actually called corruption, and it is done with a fermented spider eye. Not every potion has the ability to be corrupted, but if you think of corruption, think of it as if there is a positive and sometimes even a negative effect. Think of what is the opposite of that, and that is what corruption does. So for example, a potion of swiftness, if you corrupt this with a fermented spider eye, you will get a potion of slowness. The same goes for the potion of leaping, which we're actually going to go ahead and take, and I'm going to show you this. Let's test this out. We take a fermented spider eye, toss it in there. We will take our potion of leaping and corrupt it into a potion of slowness. And there you have it. It's just changed over. You get negative 15% speed when you drink this, and it lasts for a minute and a half. The same can be done with the instant health, which will give you instant damage. The potion of poison will also give you instant damage. The water breathing potion does not have a corruption effect, along with the fire resistance. Neither one of those can be corrupted, so they are exactly what they are. A potion of night vision will give you invisibility. So if you think you can see in the dark, the corruption would be you can't see the person at all. Then a corrupted potion of strength will give you weakness, along with the regeneration potion that will give you weakness as well. The turtle master potion that you can craft with turtle shells does not have a corruption, and neither does the phantom membrane slow falling potion. So those are what they are as well. That's the first modifier. The second modifier is the redstone dust. Redstone dust will modify a potion to extend the duration of the effect. So water breathing would be a great one to apply redstone. It will take your water breathing potion that lasts for 3 minutes, and it will extend the duration to 8 minutes with one piece of redstone dust. That's pretty fantastic. Glowstone dust will take the potion and enhance the level so that it gives it a stronger effect. So a potion of strength would be a good candidate for this modifier, taking your attack damage from 1 all the way up to 2. And then gunpowder. This modifier does not actually increase the duration or the level of any of these potions. It does convert these potions into a splash potion, which is the second type of potion. So if you take any of these, you're going to have to drink them. But if we take, for example, our potion of slowness and our potion of poison, we wouldn't necessarily want either of these effects on us, so we're not going to drink them. So rather than that, we can take our gunpowder, and the gunpowder will convert them into splash potions of slowness and poison. And if you notice, this was actually at 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you convert it into a splash potion, it only retains 3/4 the duration of regular potions, and this is exclusive to Bedrock. I believe Java has a different ratio that it subtracts, but on Bedrock Edition it is 3/4 of the effect. You can tell that these are splash potions because they kind of look like a little hand grenade that you would toss as opposed to a drinkable bottle. So that's exactly what you do. You put it in your hotbar, and then you would right click on it, and then you would toss it. And the last type of modifier that we could get, we do not have access to yet. You can go fight the dragon and pick up some dragon's breath with a bottle and bring it back, and it will convert your potions into a lingering potion. Basically what that will do is take your potion, allow you to toss it on the ground, and a little potion cloud will appear, and you can kind of walk through that and gain the status effect from that cloud. And just as the splash potions only have 3/4 the duration of regular potions, lingering potions will only have 1/4 the duration, so they don't last nearly as long. One thing that we have not talked about just yet is this guy right here. If you take iron and put it in a giant U shape in the crafting table like that, you're going to get a cauldron. Cauldrons actually have quite a few different uses. Whenever 1.17 comes out, if they don't change the behavior of cauldrons, you are going to be able to use them for infinite lava sources. Oh, it's going to be great. It sounds super OP, but that's fine. But in the current 1.16 version of Minecraft, they do not do that just yet. They can hold lava, but they will not create an infinite source because there's no dripstone in the game yet. What it can do is hold water, and if you take a piece of dye, you can dye that water. You see that just changed from clear to blue. And this feature is exclusive to Bedrock Edition right now. You can take a piece of leather armor or leather horse armor and dip it in the dye and get dyed leather armor. I mean, I know it doesn't protect you very well, but how cool is that? Another interesting feature that is exclusive to Bedrock Edition is that you can actually put potions inside of the cauldron. If we take 2 more bottles of potions of poison, then we can fill up the cauldron the entire way. And what we can do with this potion effect is take our arrows here. I'm gonna make sure to leave myself 1. I've already done so. I've got 25 arrows. If a cauldron is filled up completely with 1 potion type, then it can create a full stack of tipped arrows. We don't have a full stack right now. We don't really need it because we use infinity bows here. But if we tip these arrows in the potion, we are going to get tipped arrows of poison. Now, because I have infinity on this bow, I've taken the 1 regular arrow out of my inventory, and we're gonna fire this. It will actually work with our tipped arrows, but they are not infinite. We will run out of these. And it does not work if you've got your arrow in your inventory. The last and most basic function of the cauldron is something that we're not actually going to use, at least not right now. You can use a cauldron filled with water to fill up 3 full water bottles to put in your brewing stand. The problem with this is that it is not an infinite water source. Once that water's gone, it's gone. There are some redstone contraptions that you can build to refill this automatically, but this is supposed to be something very basic for right now. Once we get into automatic potion brewing, we'll do something like that later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this splash potion of poison and the splash potion of slowness, and we're gonna toss it on ourselves. Boop, and splash. If we toss this one up in the air, we're gonna have poison and it's gonna start doing damage to us for 30 more seconds. We don't want that to happen, so we're gonna drink this milk. Milk will clear any positive or negative status effect that you've got. Whether it is self-inflicted or inflicted by some outside source, milk will do the job. If you remember in the last episode, we did lose resource roulette to Prowl. We do owe him a trip to the nether to go get 4 stacks of blackstone. But before we go, one thing that you should know as well, with our redstone and glowstone modifiers, you cannot use both of them on the same potion. For example, we modified this potion of strength with our glowstone to increase the level from 1 to 2. If we try to put redstone on this, it's not going to do anything. So you cannot increase the duration and the level on the same potion. It just doesn't work. It's that time again for our comment of the day, and it comes from KGill100. And they said, wait, it's been a month since Bedrock Guide started? Oh, I feel old. And yeah, you're exactly right. It is over a month actually at this point. It's just about a month and a half, I think, by the time this video releases that Bedrock Guide has become a thing. And we're actually gonna address this comment while we head over to Prowl's nether portal. You guys better not tell him that I'm using this. Do not go over to his comment section and say, Blue Jay's been using your portal. Don't do it. This is just between you and me. But yes, guys, the Bedrock Guide started just about a month and a half ago, and it has been an amazing ride so far. Honestly, this has been the best performing series on my YouTube channel since I started nearly 4 years ago. You guys are absolutely loving it, and I'm absolutely having the time of my life making this kind of content. And I'm so grateful that you guys are coming back to watch more. So I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite episode so far in the Bedrock Guide series? Or if you don't have a favorite episode, what's your favorite moment or favorite build or favorite thing that you've learned? Just let me know in the comment section something that you've really enjoyed about this series so far. One thing I wanted to clarify too before we drink these potions, I did go ahead and put the tipped arrows in my hotbar. I was mistaken. I tested this out. I still have my arrow right here. I don't have to put it in my offhand. I don't have to put it out of my inventory. As long as these arrows are in the hotbar, the bow will pull from those first, and then they will fall back on the infinity arrows once those run out. So if we wanted to use these against, say, this magma cube right here for this potion of poisoning on the tipped arrow, you can see the effect. Oh my goodness, he's taking damage. How cool is that? This is great. But we don't want to do this for too long. We got to go ahead and drink this potion of strength so that we can take these guys on a lot easier. And we'll take some fire resistance so that we can survive lava if we fall in. So boom, boom, boom. And we can hit him with a shovel. A shovel will do so much damage. A sword will do even more. We can sit in the hot tub and we're totally fine. We're totally fine. I've also got this potion of swiftness as well, and I'm gonna go ahead and drink that. I am just going to go ahead and mine up as much of this blackstone as possible. We're gonna carry back at least 4 stacks for Prowl, maybe get a little extra for ourselves, because I don't know when we're gonna need to use this, but we will be using blackstone for future builds. I'm in voice chat with Prowl right now, guys, because we're talking, and he was just shooting arrows at me. I just told you guys earlier in the episode there's no PvP allowed, but here, have some poison.
Ow! That still hurt me through my shield.
It hurt me too.
It poisoned you too. You're terrible. Okay, go away before I kill you and take your diamonds.
Bye, Prowl. I've got all of Prowl's blackstone plus 4 stacks for myself, so we are gonna get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of blackstone. All there waiting for you, Prowl. But guys, that's actually where we're going to end today's video. I was not able to sync up with Prowl for Resource Roulette. We were going to do it tonight. It's actually right after my Saturday night stream at this point. We're going to be posting this video tomorrow. So I need to wrap it up. Prowl had some other things come up that he was not able to meet up with us. But we will be back again with Prowl soon for another episode of Resource Roulette. And speaking of streams, we're out in the middle of nowhere because we were hunting for a jungle just for fun on the stream. So if you have not caught a Twitch stream, be sure to do that at some point. Be sure to check that out. The link is in the description below. We have lots of fun and adventures on our live streams. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know something that you learned or enjoyed about the potion brewing process today. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss any more Bedrock Guide videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.